Guess who's back in the Netherlands. Today we're visiting my rugby club and it's time to learn a little bit more about rugby in the Netherlands. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the VETS. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with the youth. I'm here with Michael Bos.
Hey.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
Yeah,
Likewise.
Yeah. So you are basically in charge of the youth here. Can you just explain to everybody how the system works here in the Netherlands, age groups, that kind of thing?
Yeah, okay. We have like different age groups. We start normally at 4 and 5 years old.
Yeah.
There we call the Guppen. So that's the real small ones. That's short training times, like maximum 30 minutes. And that's more to getting to know the rugby game, a little bit passing, a little bit tackling, but just more fun than so it's more rugby, we call it, fun rugby. Then we go on to the turven, they're the 6 and the 7 years old.
Okay.
Then it gets a little more serious. We're really going into the playing styles and how to set up a defense and an offense and so on. There the tackling gets a little more intense, but in the games we play, we still only play with touch. Okay. So we don't play with tackles because that's a little, the age group is a little too small for that.
But in the trainings you introducing contact already?
In the training we are starting to introduce contact, and we start already at the Guppen, but just that's really light contact, and in the turf a little bit more. And then we go into the Benjamins, they're the 8 and 9 year olds. And they really go into contact also during their games. And then our Benjamins are starting with getting to know all the positions. They don't play on fixed positions yet, but they relate between all positions.
Okay.
So they are backs, fronts, forwards. They do a small scrum. It's a 3-person scrum. At the Benjamins it's uncontested, so they can push really just to get the feeling of the scrum. And they don't have a line out yet. Then we go on to the minis, 10 and 11 year olds, and those are getting also a bit more into really positioning. We try to relate them as much as we can, but you really see height and weight difference come in then. So
that's when you start the difference, they starting growing in different...
Yeah, then you really see some guys are props and some guys are really fast, and yeah, so we are getting into position but not really fixed yet, because you still have the possibility of a big growth spurt, and then it can kind of mess up somebody's whole body style.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't play fixed positions yet on the minis. They do have a contested scrum and a line out. The line out is uncontested to start with, so they only throw in, nothing more. It's basically a throw in, but then we call it a line out. Then we go into the cups. Those are 12 and 13 year olds. These have the normal rugby games. They play with 15 people on the field. The only thing is what they can do are handoffs in the face and frontal charges. This continues on to the juniors, which are 14 and 15. Those guys have exactly the same rules, only the games get a little longer. And then in the end we have the colts, 16 and 17 year olds. They have the normal senior rules except for the frontal charge. The rest is all exactly the same as the seniors. And Joost will tell you more about the seniors, but the seniors have, they can do almost everything if it's legal within the rugby rules.
Okay, so girls rugby, how does that work?
Most rugby clubs here aren't really that big, so we always have mixed groups until the junior age, so that's until they reach 16. And at 16 the girls can choose. They can stay another year at the juniors, or they go to the ladies seniors. So most girls choose to play senior ladies when they become 16. A special youth program that we call it Girls Rugby, pretty easy. Yeah. And the Girls Rugby is really focused on getting as much girls together and they form a team on the spot. Just when they are they look how many people there are, how many girls there are, and they just make an X amount of teams. Sometimes there are 3 teams, sometimes 7, and they just make them play together against each other in a tourney. So no real competition yet, but it's to get the girls into rugby. The fun thing about that is that I mean, you can always invite friends over to come play with you on training nights, whatever. But with the girls rugby, that's also from the rugby union, Rugby Bond in the Netherlands, and they really included also friends of girls who wanted to play at the girls rugby event. So that means that the bar has been lowered.
Okay.
Because they can just come whenever they want. They can try training there, whatever. Yeah.
Anyways, Michael.
Yeah.
I really
Thanks
appreciate
a lot.
you chatting to
Very
me.
nice. Yeah.
And of course, anybody in the area who's interested in joining, if you want your kids to come and try out, it's a very friendly club. And as you can see, it's been growing here and it's going really well. So you're welcome welcome to come for free training, or how does it work?
Otherwise, you can always come on Tuesday and Thursday for free training. We start at 18:30 and we continue on to 19:30. So 1 hour. It's a lot of fun, a lot of games also for the kids. Just look at our website. You can always send a mail to jeugd@vets.nl. That's my mail address. I will just make sure you get a free training. You can always join us for 2 weeks, no strings attached. And afterwards you still have a period of 5 weeks, which you only have to pay a small amount, I think it's 15 euros, to have a trial period. And then you can also come with games and stuff like that. So yeah, you can really 7 weeks of total free trial without any strings attached.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Anneke Maas.
Hello.
And we are talking ladies rugby here at the VETS. So tell us a little bit more about ladies rugby at the VETS.
So ladies rugby at the VETS a couple of years ago was basically non-existent, and I came here and I wanted a ladies team, and a couple of ladies around me wanted a ladies team. So we built it up, and now here we are. We've got 6 tonight, but we have a little bit more than that. There's like 10 of us right now, and we play with a team called Tilburg, and together with the VETS. And they have loads of girls, so we can also play matches.
Where does the name VETS come from?
So it's a combination of the VETS and Tilburg, and we thought VETS was kind of a girly name. Yeah.
Okay, and are you excited for the season?
Really excited, yeah. Our team keeps growing, we keep getting new girls. Like right now, we already have 1 girl that wasn't here last season, and one who's not here tonight will also play matches next season, so we're really excited.
So it always seems like you guys are having fun.
We are always having fun. That's our base rule, have fun.
Okay, and tell us a little bit, you went on a tour recently.
Oh yeah, we went to Brussels. It was great. There was only 6 of us on tour, and it was the first girls tour of the VETS, and it was legendary. It was great.
Okay, and plans for the future? You're going to be touring in the future as well?
Definitely. I think there are plans to go to Wales next time, and then maybe watch a Six Nations game from the ladies.
Tell us a little bit the other stuff that you're involved with, because there's Ameland and there's also the Qualaballa, right?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
explain what that is.
So Ameland is an annual beach rugby festival. It takes place on an island in the Netherlands. It's called Ameland. And 2 days of rugby, 3 days of party, 3 days of fun. We go with the whole bunch, so everyone who belongs to the VETS family tags along. And it's the greatest weekend of the year in my opinion. And you also said Qualaballa, that's a totally different thing. It's rugby in the mud. You don't use an actual ball, but you use a sack with sand, and you have to drag it along a pitch filled with mud, and you have to throw it into a pile of water and tackle each other. And it's mostly played by non-rugby playing people, so it's fun. It's for everyone.
Okay, lastly, show us that dance move again that we did for a previous video.
Oh, what was it?
When you
Something like this?
No,
I don't know.
no, it's with the shoulders. With the
this one.
yeah, there we go. Okay, well, thanks. Have you got any messages to people out there that might be interested, ladies?
Yes. Come and give it a try, because it's the most fun you've ever had, and it's for everyone. So please come and join the VETS ladies.
High five. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay folks, we are in the changing room and I'm sitting here with the voorzitter or chairman of the VETS club, Joost van Tra. In South Africa we say Joost, like Joost on a Westhuizen. But anyways, Joost, tell us, let's start a little bit with the history of the club. Where does it come from, and also where does the name come from, the VETS? Because we know that you actually have juniors and everything. It's not just for old people. What's the history?
Back in 1982, 42 years ago, there was this club in Eindhoven, the Elephants, and a student team. Some of the guys there were finished with their study and they wanted to play. They wanted to keep playing rugby, so they thought, oh, well, let's start a rugby club in our local place here in Valkenswaard. And so they did. And actually, a few of these guys are still around and helping us out with a lot of stuff, like building the new clubhouse and stuff. And the name, of course, when you start a new rugby club, you need a name. And back in the days, a lot of local clubs were called after animals. I just mentioned the elephants, but you had the oysters, ducks, bears. All kind of animal names, so they thought it would be fun to call it like a veterinarians team. So it's the vets, not like old people, but like veterinarians.
So let's go a little bit onto the league and just more or less how the league system works here and where the VETS currently are.
So here in the Netherlands, there's in total, I think there's 5 leagues. There's the Premier Division, and they have some sort of development class next to that. And there's first, second, third and fourth. So we're currently going to the 3rd division actually. We should be playing fourth, but there's a team in the 3rd division which wasn't able to put on a full squad, full team. So we were a bit lucky. We ended well last year, and so we got a promotion.
And in the heyday, where was this club at its peak?
At its peak, we were like back in the days. The leagues have changed. Just a few years after we started the club, they promoted to somewhere 1st division. I think it was 85-ish, yeah. So 40 years ago. And 20 years later, we promoted. There was a lot of downfall afterwards. And 20 years later, we were champions of the 2nd division. The 3rd division. We promoted to 2nd. And since then, it was up and down and up and down and down and now up again.
Okay, so we're on the upward curve now, right?
Yeah. So hopefully, so it was almost 20 years ago again. Let's become a champion again.
Okay, so let's quickly talk a little bit about the fun things that you're doing at the club, the tours and those kinds of things, and maybe you can tell us about the shirt that you're wearing.
Purposely.
That's something you wanted to talk about.
So this is one of my many training shirts, because we've been doing it for years now. Every year we go to the Ameland Beach Rugby Festival, and it's the biggest beach rugby festival in the Netherlands. So almost every team goes there. We've been going there for more than 20 years now, I guess. Maybe 23, I guess. We go there every year, and the group gets bigger and bigger. And for us, it's end of the season. It's a big thing. We close the season with that, and it's the entire VETS rugby family. So we're going there with the veterans, the seniors team, the women, but also our kids and the wives and stuff. Everybody's coming over and having a big party there. Really nice.
Yeah, I haven't gone to it, but I heard it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. A lot of wind, a lot of sand, a lot of beer.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to bring out something here. This is a tour shirt from our last tour, as you can see. says Cardiff, obviously this is in Wales. And yeah, so this was in April 2023. So Joost, tell us a little bit more about these tours. And,
so we also go on a tour every 2 years. So we visit, usually it's on somewhere in the UK, but we've been to Ireland, Scotland, obviously Wales, England. A long time ago, the VETS went to France as well, Italy. We go there, we have a lot of fun, play 1 or 2 games, have a lot of third halves. A lot of fun over there.
Yeah, okay. And the clubs normally, they really are welcoming and stuff. Yeah. And you have a very, after the match, there's normally a nice function. And what was at Cardiff, what was that game that we played for that first club?
The Cardiff one was
Bingo Dingo.
Yeah, that was a Bingo Dingo. Yeah, that was really nice. So we thought the third half was done already. So we were drinking there, and we got some pictures from the locals. We did our thing over there, and I think we even sang a few songs. But all of a sudden they opened some back doors and there was just this very big space, and they said, "Come on guys, we have a bingo, come in." And it wasn't just a bingo, it was the dingo bingo, and everybody was dancing on the tables, and it was hilarious actually.
Yeah. And I can remember the guy that was announcing the stuff, he was like so fast, like nobody could understand what he was saying. But yeah, I can also attest, like that was a really great tour. So the next one is going to be in 2025 then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one is 2025. We don't know where to go yet.
Okay. But, ever been to South Africa? You didn't mention.
We didn't mention. It's a bit of a travel. I've been to South Africa before, but not for rugby.
Okay. Well, maybe it can be arranged. I really hope so. I definitely know some teams that will be interested in hosting you. But thanks a lot for joining me today. And I think we all hope for a good season ahead and a good future for the club.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. That was the VETS, and I hope if you guys are interested in playing again or come to try it out, you're more than welcome to come to the VETS in Valkenswaard. It's just around a corner from Eindhoven and Veldhoven as well, if you're living in those areas. All right, see you guys next time. Ciao.